feel like.
No, it's
there we
just
go.
because she just has.
Sorry,
bad
Yeah.
posture.
my back hurts.
Posture checks. We'll do posture
I don't think
checks.
she has high standards. I think
Okay.
just Tatum. No, you do have high standards. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. But it's just not as high as Tatum. I feel like Tatum's even more picky.
I see.
Very
okay.
picky.
So you said that there's a guy you're hooking up with, but while you're doing that, you are kind of exploring other options. You're going on dates with other guys. So how long have you been seeing this one guy that you're just hooking up with?
Well, I've known him for like a couple years, but we started talking again, or we saw each other again New Year's of this new year.
So you reconnected.
Yes.
But so if you don't want to date him long term and you don't think he's the right boyfriend material and you want to see these other guys, why would you waste your time seeing him?
I don't think it's wasting my time because it's like, okay, so he lives in Santa Barbara. I live in LA. When I come down up to see my family, I see him at points.
But if it's not going to go anywhere,
because
why wouldn't you
Are you
spend the
gonna
time
live
with
for the
some other guy?
future?
You go on another dinner date or something.
I feel like
I don't need a boyfriend in Santa Barbara. I probably should date someone in LA. But it's I'm sorry. I kind of see him for the sex.
Okay.
Do women really do that? I understand why men do that because
Yeah.
men are just constantly thinking about sex, especially when they're very young. But like, do women really think that way? I know feminism pretends that women think about sex the same way that men do, but that's not real, right?
I feel like they do.
I think they do. I don't think they get the same like great orgasm that these guys are getting from casual sex, that's for sure. But I do think women think about sex.
Yeah,
for sure.
I definitely feel like women think about sex.
At least we do.
I know.
But you're admitting that the experience of it is totally different for men and women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're saying that the drive.
I mean, no, actually, once you get comfortable with someone, like once you're sleeping with them enough, I think the sex gets a lot better.
A lot better.
Which is why I'm seeing this guy where the sex is good because we've been seeing each other, but I'm like dating other people or like.
But don't
going
you
on other
think
dates.
the other guys that you're dating might frown upon it if you're sleeping with a different guy?
No, because they're sleeping with other people too, probably.
Do you like it that they're sleeping with other people too?
I mean,
I feel like you don't
you
care
want
for
your
it.
needs met?
You've stumped me. Don't you want to fulfill your needs with one person to whom you're attracted?
But I
and not
haven't
just
been
think of-
attracted enough to any of the dates I've been on yet.
Like
Do you think the fact that you're sleeping with this guy consistently might have something to do with that?
No.
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 It's a lie.
I tend to agree with you. Yeah, I think that's
Why
a
do you-
lie. I think
I
if
wonder-
Because
you-
I'm thinking about him while I'm with them.
because your behavior is always going to color any behavior that you're habitually engaging in is always going to color the way that you view the world. And so if you're occupying your mind space and your body and all these, as you're saying, really powerful sensual emotions with some dude, that's obviously going to color the way you think about romance and love with any other guy you're going on a date on.
Wait,
Maybe
but-
that's why you're not so interested in the other guys.
How come guys can do that so easily though? Like I feel like I know guys can go and fuck women and find this like amazing intimate experience, but then they can actually find a girl who they respect and like and then
Yeah.
date them. So how come it's different for men and women?
Men can
Testosterone.
compartmentalize a little bit better that way, and men can treat sex as purely physical a little bit better. But even for men, even for men, it's somewhat difficult. You can't actually separate.
Yeah,
all
see,
these
I
things.
feel like it would be like go both
I don't know.
ways.
Have you met my dad?
Oh yeah,
can.
true. Yeah,
Really?
he can.
Yes.
Yeah, he can.
That-
he really can.
That's unfortunate to hear.
Should he come on the podcast?
Yeah,
sometime?
probably
Probably. He
should.
wanted to come on tonight.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was that why you guys were asking if a guy could join?
No, we
No.
had
Oh,
someone else.
that was a different guy
Yeah.
friend. Okay.
But
Maybe
no,
Sam's
he should.
dad.
No,
was gonna come
no,
back.
no. No, but her dad
Sensitive
would be fun
subject.
to be on the podcast.
Doesn't he like go to the Philippines? What was the story? you
Thailand.
guys- Oh, Thailand. What
He's
is
a
he?
passport bro.
He's a passport bro.
Yeah.
Except- He's just going there to fuck bitches.
Yeah, he's not going to marry them. He's just going to fuck.
Okay. Isn't he involved with like MMA or something? Or
Yeah.
Oh.
No, didn't you say he was going
No,
to boxing?
he used to box.
oh, he used to be a boxer. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
But
anymore.
that's why he would go to Thailand is to train or whatever.
No.
No, just
Like,
to purely
just for
like,
the women.
purely
Well,
just
no,
fuck
to
one
see
roll.
the sights
AKA the women
and
Yeah.
the beaches.
and the beaches.
I'm
Okay.
a woman.
Wait, so really quick just on this thing. So do the guys that you're going on dates with, do they know that you're hooking up with someone else, or do you just kind of, it's not something you...
I mean, we don't really talk about that. I feel like we get to know each other.
Mhm.
in other ways.
And you said you've been on a few dates. How many dates have you in the, I don't know, the past month or something?
Since last podcast, just
Sure.
2.
Oh, just 2?
Mhm.
Okay.
One, well, hasn't it only been 2 weeks?
It was
3
Valentine's
three
Day.
weeks, I think.
So it's been 3
Okay,
weeks. Yeah.
so 2.
Only 2?
I think.
3, 4?
I think only 2.
Okay. And then Sam, so you're seeing one guy right now. It sounds a bit more serious, but you're not boyfriend, girlfriend. You guys haven't hooked up or anything. Are you also going on dates with
No.
other people? You're just seeing him, but it's not official yet, so to speak.
Yeah.
Tatum, what about you?
I'm not going on dates, no.
Do you have a guy you occasionally see, a friends with benefits, a hookup
No.
buddy, or no?
No.
Nothing?
Nope. I'm strictly focusing on my school.
Strictly focusing
yeah.
on school.
That's great. For the icks,
Yeah,
I think
so-
everything he did was very unchivalrous.
And I also think that sometimes when you do DM them back and you try to be like platonically nice, they can take it the wrong way
Oh,
sometimes. And
yeah.
then you get yourself in more of a
Yeah.
kerfuffle of
Yeah.
being like, oh, I don't want to string them along, but like maybe we could be friends, but they probably don't want that.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And
That's
he like
very true.
invited me
Yeah.
over multiple times like after that and like right after I left. And I was like, oh yeah. No. He texted me like 15 minutes after I left like, you should come back.
Yo, turn that car around.
Yeah. But I'd see him on campus all the time and it would like literally like shoot my heart rate up. And I don't know why.
Awkward.
What
I
kind of a
just
guy is he
don't know
though? Is
why.
he a normal guy on?
Besides,
I can't discuss that. I can't
We
discuss
can't discuss the looks.
Just probably
the
not
looks.
your like conventional guy.
Yeah.
You know?
did he have a mullet?
No, but he's antisocial, I'd say.
So
Yeah.
just your type?
Yeah, but I do like more social guys.
Okay, so 2 antisocial.
Too antisocial.
Like I
Okay.
said, very picky.
Very
I'm
picky.
sorry, guys.
Apology accepted.
Yeah.
Last question before we move on to some of our main topics, and we do need to get a couple super chats here. Has anyone here had a hoe phase? Kiko. I wasn't making assumptions. I was just asking if you've had them.
I mean, I feel like most people have their hoe phase. It just depends on like if you mean hoe in retrospect to my usual or like hoe as in like what for like the normal of everybody. Because I would, if compared to normal terms, no, I wouldn't consider it a hoe phase, but like it was out of my norm. So
Did you smoke before the show?
no, I'm like getting over a cold.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Do I sound raspy?
A little bit. I wasn't sure what
Sorry.
that. No, totally fine.
I already took antibiotics though, so I'm good.
Okay, really quick, just on your thing. So are you still bartending?
Yeah.
Okay, you said some of your bartending friends, they've had major hoe phases.
I wouldn't really call it a phase if it's a lifestyle.
Oh, there's a continuity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean just like my bartending friends. I mean,
All the other ones.
I mean,
too.
no, I just mean like people I've met since bartending.
Okay,
if that makes
sure.
sense.
So what, I guess, for the lifestyle, how much of a body count are we talking here when we're talking, like, can you tell us like the highest, maybe the top 3 you've heard from some girls?
I couldn't tell
And
you the
guys.
top 3. For the highest I've ever heard from a girl, it was like 340 something.
What? 340 something?
Killed that many people? Is that what body count?
Partners, but
Oh man, because I'm like actually not a prude, and I'm from New York, and
That's
the
why.
highest I've ever heard is like 100, and I thought that was
Where
the craziest
are you hearing
number.
that from? I've heard way higher too.
then what?
Then like 340. I've heard I'm just saying 100's the highest you've heard.
Yeah, and I thought that was crazy.
It is crazy, but I feel like I've heard.
But have you heard it from guys or girls? Because guys always inflate their number, and women
I
always
feel like
suppress their number.
You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Because a guy will say, "Oh yeah, probably about 10,000." Genghis Khan didn't sleep with 10,000 women.
Yeah,
That's not
you're
real.
right.
340.
I would think it was around 340. I think it was like 346 if I remember exactly.
What about
something
some
around
other high
Very
numbers?
specific.
that? No, I literally, ever since then I can't even remember anything else. That's all I can remember.
From your other friends.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
everything else after that.
And
unless
like
it's
100
small.
plus.
Yeah, there's a few of those for
a
sure.
couple,
Yeah.
a few 100 plus. Okay.
Who has that much time? 340.
I know.
I think it's people because it's like if they're just a promiscuous person, they've probably been like this since they were like 16.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these people are like 30 that I'm saying.
Right.
That's 12 years. That's a lot of time to do some damage if you really think about
Yeah,
it.
that is.
Especially if you've never been in a long-term relationship, so you have time to just keep going at it.
Yep.
That is
Right.
time to collect some cards.
Because I sometimes think back in I've had very brief single days, and I think, oh man, I was an atheist, I was a total derelict, and I thought, oh wow, that was really crazy. But then you think, well, what if the icks? I
Yeah,
think
so-
everything he did was very unchivalrous.
And I also think that sometimes when you do DM them back and you try to be like platonically nice, they can take it the wrong way
Oh,
sometimes. And
yeah.
then you get yourself in more of a
Yeah.
kerfuffle of
Yeah.
being like, oh, I don't want to string them along, but like maybe we could be friends, but they probably don't want that.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
And he
That's
like
very true.
invited me
Yeah.
over multiple times like after that and like right after I left. And I was like, no. He texted me like 15 minutes after I left like, you should come back.
Yo, turn that car around.
Yeah. But I'd see him on campus all the time and it would like literally like shoot my heart rate up. And I don't know why.
What kind of a guy is he though? Is he a normal guy on?
Besides,
I can't discuss that. I can't discuss
You can't discuss the looks.
Just probably
the
not
looks?
your like conventional guy.
Yeah.
You know?
did he have a mullet?
No, but he's antisocial, I'd say.
So
Yeah.
just your type?
Yeah, but I do like more social guys.
Okay, so too antisocial.
Too antisocial.
Like I
Okay.
said, very picky.
Very
I'm
picky.
sorry, guys.
Apology accepted.
Yeah.
Last question before we move on to some of our main topics, and we do need to get a couple super chats here. Has anyone here had a hoe phase? Kiko. I wasn't making assumptions. I was just asking if you've had them.
I mean, I feel like most people have their hoe phase. It just depends on like if you mean hoe in retrospect to my usual or like hoe as in like what for like the normal of everybody. Because I would, if compared to normal terms, no, I wouldn't consider it a hoe phase, but like it was out of my norm. So
Did you smoke before the show?
no, I'm like getting over a cold.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Do I sound raspy?
A little bit. I wasn't sure what
Sorry.
that. No, totally fine.
I already took antibiotics though, so I'm good.
Okay, really quick, just on your thing. So are you still bartending?
Yeah.
Okay, you said some of your bartending friends, they've had major hoe phases.
I wouldn't really call it a phase if it's a lifestyle.
Oh, there's a continuity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean just like my bartending friends. I mean,
All the other ones.
I mean,
too.
no, I just mean like people I've met since bartending.
Okay,
if that makes
sure.
sense.
So what, I guess, for the lifestyle, how much of a body count are we talking here when we're talking, like, can you tell us like the highest, maybe the top 3 you've heard from some girls?
I couldn't tell
And
you the
guys.
top 3. For the highest I've ever heard from a girl, it was like 340 something.
What? 340 something?
Killed that many people? Is that what body count?
Partners, but
Oh man, because I'm like actually not a prude, and I'm from New York, and the highest I've ever heard is like 100, and I thought that was
Where
the craziest
are you hearing
number.
that from? I've heard way higher too.
then what?
Then like 340. I've heard I'm just saying 100's the highest you've heard.
Yeah, and I thought that was crazy.
It is crazy, but I feel like I've heard.
But have you heard it from guys or girls? Because guys always inflate their number, and women always
I feel like
suppress their
You're
number.
right. You're right.
Because a guy will say, oh yeah, probably about 10,000. Genghis Khan didn't sleep with 10,000 women.
Yeah,
That's not
you're
real.
right.
340.
I would think it was around 340. I think it was like 346 if I remember exactly.
What about
something
some
around
other high
Very
numbers?
specific.
that? No, I literally ever since then I can't even remember anything else. That's all I can
That-
remember.
from your other friends?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
everything else after that.
And
unless
like
it's
100
small.
plus?
Yeah, there's a few of those for
a couple,
sure. Yeah.
a few 100 plus. Okay.
Who has that much time? 340.
I know.
I think it's people because it's like if they're just a promiscuous person, they've probably been like this since they were like 16.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these people are like 30 that I'm saying.
Right.
That's 12 years. That's a lot of time to do some damage if you really think about
Yeah,
it.
that is.
Especially if you've never been in a long-term relationship, so you have time to just keep going at it.
Yep.
That is
Right.
time to collect some cards.
Because I sometimes think back in I've had very brief single days, and I think, oh man, I was an atheist, I was a total derelict, and I thought, oh wow, that was really crazy. But then you think, well, what if?
So almost everyone here, with the exception of you and Michael, you guys are all returning. Kiko, this is your, I think, 5th or 6th appearance. You guys, this is your 2nd. Victoria, your 3rd. So just for you guys coming back now, has anything changed since your last appearance? I believe that was about 3 weeks ago. You guys were last on. Any new love interests or?
I mean, there's always new love interests. No, I'm just kidding. No, I haven't. Like, I mean, there's some guys, but no, nothing new.
Some guys. What do you mean?
Like, obviously, there's people I see, and I'm like, oh wow, maybe there's a potential, but no, there's nothing.
Okay.
Nothing
Because
for me.
last time you were on, you mentioned that there was one guy.
That I'm talking to.
Is that Dunzo or?
No, we're still talking.
Still? Oh, go ahead, Michael. Looked like
When you say you're talking, I'm a very old man.
Yeah.
I'm a millennial, so I'm not
Oh,
totally up to
millennials.
date.
Yeah.
I'm basically, I'm
Bullshit.
like the boomer of the Zoomers. Talking means more than talking.
Like in what sense?
More than speaking to one another across a table as we are now.
More than literally talking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what we do, is just talk and hang out.
Okay, so it's literally but you're in a way where you have affection for one another.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're not dating.
No.
But you might date.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you guys hooking up?
No.
Oh, that's good. That's very virtuous.
Stop the cap.
I'm not
Yeah, all
lying.
right. That's good.
I'm not lying. We're not hooking up.
I think he's scared of you, probably.
You
Scared.
think yeah, I agree with that, and I think you think I'm lying, but I'm not.
I think
I'm
these
very
days,
truthful.
because how old are you? Sorry.
19.
And he's your age?
Yeah, he is my age.
I feel like these days, like younger guys, they're afraid to make the first move.
Yeah, that is true. I can see that. But I mean, if I wanted to make a move, I would make a move. I don't.
So does he want to do more? And you've said no? You've pumped the brakes? Or?
I mean, we've talked about it, but like it's not like we're both enthusiastic for it. I mean, I don't really care for that right now. It's
For
not
what?
like
To hook up?
Yeah, to hook up.
All right. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Man, that's awesome. I was under the impression that now, because of like all of talking culture, that everyone just hooks up and it's all ambiguous and no one's ever officially dating and it's all kind of
There is
weird.
a
There's
lot of that
that. There's a lot
There
of
is.
that.
You're just not doing it.
I just hate it.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
I think it's stupid.
That
Allegedly.
is stupid.
I'm a hopeless romantic, Brian.
Allegedly.
Get it through your brain. I
Allegedly.
want romance, but I'm busy with school and getting my stuff straight first.
Okay. So everyone else said they were single, pretty well, except you. So kind of in line with Michael's question, what does talking or being single actually mean? So you said you were single. So there's no guy in the picture
no,
at all.
single, I just mean I'm not like officially dating
Officially,
someone.
okay.
Yeah.
So, but you are seeing
I'm
somebody.
like dating around. Yeah.
Can you kind of?
Okay, so since I've been on the podcast, I've gone on a couple dates.
Okay.
And then I have also been seeing some other people.
Can you be a
That's
bit
so
more
vague.
specific?
There is I am hooking up with a guy at the moment, but then I'm also have been going on other dates for people that might be a more better match long term.
So you're hooking up with just one guy? So not multiple guys?
But he's like the backup because you're more interested in these other guys that you're going on.
It's
dinner
not that
dates
I'm
with.
more interested, it's just that I feel like there's more of a relationship connection that could be there on the like dates that I'm going on. You know, it's more of like dinner dates that I could see like we have more in common in career and stuff like that. Whereas this other guy I'm seeing,
just like a booty
I'm
call?
just, he's not a booty call, I'm just very attracted to him.
Maybe he'll listen to this conversation and step up his game.
I hope not.
Well, especially if he's the only guy that you're sort of seeing in this way, then he'll definitely know you're talking about him. But so then why is he not long-term relationship potential?
Because I don't think he's ready for that.
He doesn't want it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
And
But
I
you
don't.
do.
No, not with
Oh,
him.
you don't want it-
I mean,
okay.
I do. I would like a relationship at some point, but I know in my I wouldn't want it with him.
Not
Even
him.
though you're very attracted to him.
Yeah, but I just know he's at a point in his life where he's not ready for a relationship. Like he should be alone. He has like inner work to do. I probably have inner work to do too.
Can't you do that work though together?
Well, he did also get out of a relationship.
Oh,
really recently.
Eric, can you hand it? Oh,
$200.
wow. Thank you, Martin.
Was in my comment last pod you were on about the tongue acrobatics that destroyed your situationship. I'm not sorry for ruining you forever.
Okay, hey Martin. That, by the way, that is Marquise Martin, a Mensa member. We call him Mensa Martin, and he owns about a dozen Quiznos, Sam, on the East Coast.
Didn't you say
Yeah,
he
you-
owned something else? I swear.
That I think that was a different donator. Mike Davis owns the Burger Kings. I forgot. I think Cheeks owns the Arby's,
Yeah.
and Martin owns the Quiznos.
That was it. It was Cheeks.
Cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cheeks
Cheeks.
is
He's
the Arby's
obsessed with
guy.
you.
Martin is
I
the
don't think so.
Quiznos guy who's
Okay.
he's gonna single-handedly re-spark that franchise.
I didn't know it still existed.
Is it gone? Maybe he's the holdout. I think
Yeah,
he's the
that's
last
great.
holdout.
Quiznos is a great sandwich shop. I hope he
Yeah.
succeeds.
In Texas, they have them a lot, I believe.
Really?
So, Martin, by the way, thank you so much for that big $200 TTS. Thank you, man. Tatum, while your sister here was telling us the story, you were kind of smiling or making a face. So, do you have some secrets you want to reveal, or
No secrets. I don't share my sister's secrets.
So you are confirming though that secrets exist.
In general.
In general.
Yeah.
in general.
Secrets.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know everything
Do you
about
wanna-
us, Brian.
Sadly, unfortunately, I'm
Yeah.
hoping to expand my understanding. But so, can you just spill the beans? What were you smiling about?
No, it's just funny.
Okay.
Because, like, you guys don't know him, and I
Oh.
know him.
So what do you think about him?
She's right. He's not boyfriend
Yeah, he's
material.
not boyfriend material.
Because
as of right now.
he's just a disaster. He's like a mess.
No, he's nice.
Is he hot?
It's the meanest
In my
thing you could say.
opinion,
He's nice.
No.
Then
He's
what
not
makes
hot.
him not a boyfriend
He's
material?
attractive. I can see
Oh.
why she thinks he's attractive. She just has high standards.
She has a different type.
We've already been through that.
We
Wait,
said this
yes,
already.
high standards. We need to talk about the high standards again.
He's
Um,
attractive, just not if you have high standards. Is that seems
She
really
has a
mean to me?
different-
I know.
She has a
I
different-
we
she has a
see-
different type.
Yeah. we
Well, what
have
is a high
different
standard here? Like, what is the definition of high standards?
types. For me?
Just generally, yeah. Like, what
someone
are you
who's
talking
Like
about?
looks.
Oh, so
like-
he's not attractive enough, but attractive enough to sleep with.
I mean, I think
I
Well, for her.
am.
we just have
attracted to-
different types.
We
Like,
have all
different
different
types.
types.
All of us have different types. I mean, I'm more general.
Yeah.
Your
Like,
type
you
is
can get with
general.
Yeah, like I
Either
feel
way.
like I could like people from different areas. if that
From
makes
different
From
areas.
different
So
groups.
one person from Idaho, another person from San Diego.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then for you two, what you guys have very specific types.
They do.
Pretty
What
much,
what
yeah.
what are the specific types that you guys have?
Sam, do you want to say it?
I feel like hers would be more not like skater boys, but like probably someone who's very tall.
Scary? Wait.
Skater.
Oh, skater
skater.
boys. Okay.
Someone who's very tall,
Tall.
can dress well,
Skater boys.
like
dress well?
darker hair.
Well, within okay.
darker hair, definitely not blondes.
What's wrong with blondes?
I don't know.
She just doesn't.
There's
like
nothing
them.
wrong with them. I just like have never really found myself attracted to a blonde.
And for her, she's probably more.
Sorry,
like
Ben.
Beach.
Oh, wait, are you
boys.
blonde? Okay, all right. Nah, it's darker. So skater boy, kind of.
Not like a skater boy.
It doesn't have to be, but like that kind of like look. I feel like.
Okay.
Bad boy type of look.
Yeah, but not like the conventional like bad boy.
Like got
She's just like
attention,
really picky.
but never
Yeah,
got
I don't even
expelled.
know what your type is, Tatum, honestly.
I don't either, you guys. I'm trying to figure it
Because-
out.
Yeah.
I just feel like she's very like certain people. I don't know how to explain.
Yeah.
it.
He's got to be really well dressed, but also a bad boy, but not like a bad boy.
Yeah,
he
like,
can't be
it's like-
blonde, and he's got to be tall,
Exactly.
and he's got to
Bingo.
skate, but not be a skater.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do-
Okay,
do-
I got it.
He doesn't have to skate.
Yeah.
but-
Does
Okay.
anyone
But
at
pretty
Daily
spot
Wire,
on.
like one of the hosts, do any of them have blonde hair?
No.
Shapiro, no.
No, we're certainly not.
Walsh, no.
No.
He's got a nice beard though.
No, Candace's husband is very blonde.
He's married.
But he's taken.
He's
I'm
married,
sorry
yeah,
to say.
unfortunately.
You guys, yeah.
She likes taking men.
Taken- oh,
That's her type.
No, it's
that is
taken,
why.
it's taken women. She likes taking women.
Either
taken
or.
women.
But single
Yeah.
men.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a term for that? Is that like one of the new
Homewrecker, maybe?
Oh,
I
guess
am a
that's an old
homewrecker.
term.
she is a homewrecker.
I
She's
home
wrecked
wrecked a relationship in high school.
Oh, good times.
She didn't mean to.
intentional? No, okay, it wasn't
No.
intentional.
No.
It was an accident.
And it was a girl.
So that's why I said she likes taking women.
She made out with a girl, and the boyfriend broke up with the girl.
In high school?
Yeah.
M1 Garand asks, would any of the girls date a guy who is pro-gun and owns a firearm?
Sure.
Let's-
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's just go
Yes.
one by one here. Go ahead.
Yes.
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 I'm with one that owns it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Couple.
All right.
I bet they didn't see that one coming.
Would you all consider yourself to be conservative or right wing, and is that why you would date a guy who's
No.
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 I
No.
just believe. I mean, we have guns.
Yeah.
I don't think the gun issue has to be on either side. I don't think you have to be a conservative to like be pro-gun.
yeah? I
Not
agree.
saying what my political stance is. That's all I'm saying.
I have heard that there are definitely people who are on the left who are in favor of gun ownership and gun rights.
Yeah.
I have heard that, but I think amongst, for example, Democrats, if we kind of differentiate Democrats and people who are left-leaning, there's Democrats typically are not so much in favor of, I think.
Yeah, because I was
No.
just sort of wondering if you happen to be more left wing, if you find yourself attracted to someone who has all these stereotypically right wing characteristics, like gun ownership or
It's
whatever.
I feel
difficult. No, go ahead.
I feel like I'm not typically attracted to someone who has right wing like ideals, but I wouldn't mind a gun. Like that's not something that's gonna make me be like, no.
Okay.
I feel like these days you have to. I mean, if you have a family, you gotta protect. I mean, you have to be responsible, very
Yeah.
responsible. But
I'm more
It's a hard
left leaning. I
issue.
wouldn't consider myself a Democrat,
Mhm.
but I usually am more attracted to more right wing people, if anything.
What do you think that is?
Good question.
I don't know. I've never really thought about it. It's a good question.
We have time.
Oh, wonderful. Can I come back? Can I circle
Because
back?
I would have guessed that. I would guess
would have
that
guessed that?
most women, even if they say I'm liberal or I'm left wing, ultimately, especially if you're thinking for a guy more long term, but even in the short term, you're probably not attracted to some guy who's like wearing dresses or is super like makes you pay the check or is kind of like a soy boy beta cup
Soy
kind
boy.
of. Yeah.
I wouldn't say all that.
I would say
I
that.
see. I could see where you are going with that, though, and why people who believe the same things as you would see that. It's just for me, since I said I am left leaning, not fully a Democrat. I find myself, not fully agreeing with a lot of things that a lot of like full Democrats believe. Whereas I don't always believe things that full conservatives believe, but will find a middle ground easier than I will with the really, really democratical people. So
Just say you don't like soy boys. Just
Or maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I really couldn't say that since like I've dated girls, so it's like that's like
And also, I feel like feminine men can be very attractive, like very attractive. And I think men that a lot of people who are younger,
Whoa,
like
there.
the younger generation.
I was very upset by your
I know, he
statement.
was
upset
like-
by your statement.
feminine men. No, I feel like a lot of the guys that girls nowadays find attractive are very feminine.
What do you mean by that?
Like, look at Harry Styles. I feel like he's a very feminine.
Well, he has a
guy.
lot of status too.
But
so.
I still feel like I mean, personally, he doesn't do it for me. But I know a lot of girls who do like him. And
Harry
like
Styles
Timothy
slides into your
Chalamet,
DMs.
Timothy
Very feminine
Chalamet,
looking.
Yeah.
But just because they wear dresses doesn't make what makes them feminine.
I feel like
said the dress thing.
but
But
also
his
the
other
soy
features
boy.
are
But like
somewhat
Timothy
masculine.
Chalamet,
Yeah.
like
Features
he
are masculine.
seems very. He doesn't seem like super like gym rat,
Yeah.
masculine, like
No.
big guy. No, they're very like skinny, scrawny,
Slender.
like slender men. Like I feel like
Feminine fat features.
yes,
Yes.
and they're very like soft. They come
Mhm.
off soft, not like someone who's very strong and aggressive. And I feel like a lot of times women find that attractive.
I think younger women tend to find more feminine men a bit more attractive, but I think as women start to get older, they do start leaning more and more towards more masculine men.
Or
And
it could just be like a generational thing.
That's true.
I think
Perhaps.
it could be
Mhm.
just like the way that our generation is versus other generations. I
Or a
don't know.
Yeah.
regional thing too.
Yeah.
well, I also think there's a component of social proof too, because if all the other women find him attractive, it's almost this if the other girls find him attractive, oh well, other women will find him attractive too. So, really quick on the
Well, it's
women.
everything.
Really quick on the women finding feminine men more attractive. And Michael, maybe you've heard of this. I've heard that women who take birth control tend to, and maybe it's something with how the hormones are changing them, tend to find men with more feminine characteristics attractive when they're on birth control.
I would believe that because I'm now convinced birth control just poison.
I think it changes your brain.
Oh, it
Totally.
does.
Totally.
It does.
You have you sort of experienced this, or this is stories you've heard from people?
No, I think a lot. I've been on multiple different types of birth control, and I feel like they've all affected me differently in different ways. And I feel like birth control shouldn't affect you and your like brain.
Because they
either
tell
way.
you, they say, "Oh, this isn't going to affect anything about your body." It's like, well, I don't know. I'm taking a bunch of hormones
Yeah.
constantly.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. If I eat a cookie at lunch, it affects the way that I feel.
Yeah.
So I think pumping myself full of hormones will do that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like the rare case where if anything, since having an IUD, I never took birth control before having an IUD in the end of 2020, middle of 2020. Before that, if anything, I dated more women, more feminine men, and ever since then I've dated more masculine men. And I also like,
Is
yeah,
it a
maybe.
hormonal
Yeah,
IUD? Okay.
it is. I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen. My boobs got bigger at first, but they went back down. That's like literally the only thing I noticed. Yeah, my titties. I went from like a solid like B cup to like a solid like full D with right away. But then they went away. They deflated again. But
Do you think the reason that you started dating more masculine men once you got on birth control was just in your mind you had less of a fear of getting pregnant? So you said, okay, now I'm not going to date women or whatever.
damn, I never thought of that. Huh.
You're like a psychiatrist.
I consider
That
myself a
was
love doctor.
A good one.